New Thought Media Network proudly presents the Global Heart of Peace's Peace Party. Celebrate the many paths to peace. Explore an exciting life of peace. Embody joyous peace. Come to our weekly Peace Party, Mondays at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on New Thought Media Network. www.ntmedia.org.
Hello, welcome to Peace Party, brought to you by the Global Heart of Peace Initiative. My name is Lara Brzezinski. I am a religious science practitioner, part of the prayer team here on New Thought Media Network, and I also am a life coach. I love empowering mompreneurs to thrive both as moms and in their businesses, and my business is Radiant Joy Coaching. And I am so thrilled to be here to be celebrating the many aspects of peace and explore how exciting a life full of peace and joy can be. And today I'll be talking about to have peace be peace. And what I want to get started with is, let's see, just talking about what a beautiful way. Well, first I want to just say I'm so excited to be part of this peace party because it is a beautiful reason to gather, right? On the planet right now, we need so much more peace and calm and understanding. And so to come together to celebrate peace, to remind ourselves about peace, and to radiate peace out into our world. Wow, so beautiful. So I want to invite you to help center yourself with me. And so let's just take a big, deep breath in together. And that simple breath, just feel yourself arriving right here and right now. Because in this moment, peace already exists. It's not something that we have to chase or earn. It's something that we allow. We open up to the peace that's already within us. And we all want peace. For over 5,000 years, Eastern philosophers have been teaching that people have only two desires in life, really, to have a peaceful mind and a joyful heart. And really, if we look around at what our neighbors and others around the world we're all striving for, it is peace. We want peace in our homes, peace in our hearts, peace in our relationships, peace all around the world. But so often we look for peace as something out there, something that will come once everything finally settles down or once everyone else starts behaving differently. But the deeper truth is peace doesn't come from the outer world. Yes, we see it out there, but it begins within. And to experience peace, we must be peace. So what is peace? For me, peace is freedom from disturbance. It's tranquility. It's the ability to be still and calm and quiet, even when there may be chaos going on all around you. And it's being in harmony with what is. And sometimes that's a challenge when what is doesn't feel good. Peace is also about being still enough to focus and to trust first that the universe, life, God, source, whatever that power is that you want to call it, it has your back. And everything is working for you, for your expansion, for your expression, for that feeling of a peaceful mind and a joyful heart. And the second is to trust the inner wisdom that you have inside of you, that we each have inside of us, which leads us to making wise and loving decisions. And when we are making wise and loving decisions, when we are trusting that things are working out for us, we're experiencing happiness, right? We all are seeking that joy, peace, and happiness in our lives. And so to me, that is peace in action. When we are in that centered, calm place and we are coming from peace. Now, peace is also a conscious choice. In our new thought teachings, we know that consciousness creates experience. Everything is created twice, first in mind and heart, and then in experience. So if I want a peaceful world, I must cultivate a peaceful consciousness. So I ask myself often, what energy am I contributing to the collective field right now? And that collective field might just be the people in my immediate environment. Am I adding tension and worry, or am I adding calm and trust and love? When I shift my inner state, my outer world begins to reflect it. And the vibration I hold becomes the vibration I share. I'm sure you felt this before. When you're around someone who just radiates calm, that you start to feel calm. Like you can just take a breath around them. Oh, okay. I don't have to hurry, scurry. It's okay to be here and to be still, right? And they don't even have to say much. Their presence just speaks peace. And when we cultivate that peace within ourselves, we become that steady presence for others. So how do we be peace, especially when the world around us doesn't always look peaceful? So here's a few practices that help me return to that inner stillness. And we started with one of us. Pause and breathe. Before reacting to something that I see, I take a conscious breath. I pause. That single moment, that simple action of taking a conscious breath can change everything. It moves me from reactivity to response, from fear to faith, from reacting quickly to thinking and responding consciously and hopefully compassionately. And then from there, after I've paused, I can choose understanding over judgment. So, for example, when someone upsets me, I ask myself, what might be going on with this person right now? What might they be needing? Maybe their reaction was a response to their lack of peace and calm. So how can I respond calmly and peacefully and allow? How can I respond with curiosity instead of frustration or judgment? Compassion is peace in motion. And letting go of the need to be right and understood, and instead seeking to understand and allowing the other person to be heard, supports an environment of peace, understanding, and openness. Right? Me being that, creating that space of curiosity and creating the inner stillness. So whether through meditation, prayer, or time in nature, stillness opens me up to the infinite, that infinite presence of peace that's always within. And even with just 10 seconds of intentional focus on any one or more of your 5 senses can calm your nervous system. Continuing it for 30 seconds, 1 minute or longer, and you have access to the calm, understanding, compassionate areas of your brain. And so what do I mean by intentional focus on one of your 5 senses? So one of them is breathing. And as you breathe, focus on the sensation of the breath as it travels through your nose and down into your chest, down into your belly. And as your body expands and relaxes. Or another one is focusing on the sensation of, say, rubbing your hands together slowly and feeling the texture of your fingertips upon each other and down your palms. Or closing your eyes and listening to all of the sounds that you can hear around you, the closest ones, the farthest ones, the loudest ones, the softest. By putting intense focus on a physical sense, you're stopping the part of your brain that's in reaction, that's in judgment, that is concerned or worried, and it allows you to tap in to your heart, to your inner wisdom. So when you're calm, when you go out into the world, or before you pick up the phone or respond to an email, if you take the time to create that inner stillness, you may handle an interaction very differently than if you're agitated, stressed, or in a hurry. Another way is to intentionally speak peace. Our words carry energy. When we speak with gentleness and intention, we become instruments of peace in our families, our workplaces, when we're out and about. Being mindful of the words that we're using and shifting from an energy of going after or pushing or being against and coming from an energy of calm and allowing the curiosity can change the trajectory of a conversation or an interaction. And so using words that indicate openness, like, I'm curious, I'm interested in your perspective, I'd love to hear your thoughts. I wonder how we can work this through. All of those are inviting and opening instead of using words that are completely opposite and making somebody wrong or getting agitated and just adding to the energy. And the last practice for me is so important, is to live from gratitude. Gratitude tunes our hearts to the frequency of peace. When we appreciate what is, we stop fighting with what isn't. When we are in a space of appreciation, we are seeing what is already there. We are seeking to find the good instead of focusing on what's missing, what's not working. And what we focus on expands. And science has proven that there is a part of our brain that continues to show us more of what we intentionally focus on. Gratitude and appreciation help us to notice more often the good that is there, what we have, whether it's physical things, whether it's our health, whether it's the relationships that we do have. And it opens the way to find the good in a situation, a conversation, or experience that may seem to not have any good in the moment. So remembering that there is a ripple effect of peace. Every time we return to peace within ourselves, we create ripples. And that peace extends outwards to who is around us, our home, our pets, people. It's to the communities, and it is to the world. Because as I ripple out peace to you and you feel, right, then it ripples out. So often people say, but I'm just one person. What difference can I make? And the truth is that peace is contagious. I like to say all emotions are contagious. So what contagion do I want to be spreading today? Love, peace, joy, or something else? When I am peaceful, I give others permission to relax into peace too. And when I am open and not confrontational, it allows another person to not feel the need to be confrontational. It opens the door for them to just, okay, maybe I don't have to fight here. Maybe we can have a conversation. And when each of us embodies that energy of peace, the vibration of the entire planet rises. Imagine thousands of us choosing peace today, even in small moments, choosing peace instead of reaction, understanding over judgment, trust instead of fear. That's how the world changes. One conscious choice, one peaceful heart at a time. So I invite you to remember as you go throughout your day today, don't just pray for peace. Be peace. Peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, peace in your actions, and most importantly, be peace with your presence. So let's take one more deep breath together. And then after that, if it feels comfortable, I'll invite you into an affirmation. I am peace. I live from peace. And I bring peace wherever I go. And so it is. Thank you so much for joining us today as we explore a unique aspect of peace and hopefully introduce you to another way to look at peace. And please join us again next week at 5 p.m. Mountain Time for Russ Dennis speaking on shadow. And may you dance in the joy of a peace-filled life. Namaste.